always work.
Episode 3, fellas. We back. We back. Yeah, that was my bad last week. My mic, I forgot to unmute my mic there at the beginning.
Oh, for real? But that's lit. What's going on, people? What's going on, brothers? How y'all doing?
But yeah, y'all, episode 3. Yeah, we almost.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Kenny?
Yeah, you can't hear us.
Can't hear us? Hello?
We can hear you. Discord on act up today.
That's him.
Yeah, it's probably got the
He muted us.
Yeah, we can hear you though.
Can you see us?
Yeah, I don't even think he can see us.
See? How many fingers I got up?
Yeah, every week it's something. If mine ain't messing up, somebody else is messing up. But hey,
I might have to leave and try to come back.
yeah, I think that's what I was gonna say too. Like a drop, drop and come back.
Had a whole commentary to himself.
Yeah, and everything was working so fine. Everything was working so fine, like leading up to as soon as we hit the red button.
Bruh.
But episode 3, 3LittleBlerds. Yeah, we back at it. You know, I'm ceexdawg. That's my channel. It's my boy right here, Outlaw, and we got Be Nice in here. His I think his connection just went out, but he should be able to pop right back in here. But yeah, can you hear us? Yeah, I see it's showing that he's muted right now for me, but yeah, we wanted to try to make sure we do something today, cause yeah,
Say he got anything connected online, so.
yeah, we just wanted to make sure we did something, man. It's been a rough week, and can you hear us? For some reason he can't hear us.
I can hear him on screen, but he can't hear us.
Yeah.
That is. But yeah, given this week's events, we wanted to try to acknowledge everything that's been happening through the week and try to share some positivity for everybody and our thoughts on these situations that have happened. But we agreed as a group to dedicate the first little portion to Chadwick and honor him with a moment of silence starting out. So I think that's what we should do now. So let's see if B talk, because that'll ruin the moment of silence.
It's working now.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was saying if it ain't one thing, it's another.
We have our moment of silence. I want to let y'all know the intro was a summary of 2020.
Pretty much.
Ain't nothing going right, but we still gonna push through. So quick moment of silence for Chadwick Boseman on this beautiful Sunday. Thank you. All right. So, yeah, as you guys know, it's been a heavy week in the African American community, just in general, with a lot of things going on. The first one, Brother Kenny, and Brother C filling us in. Brother Chadwick Boseman lost his epic fight with cancer, a 4-year battle with cancer. Not just a battle, but he endured the battle privately, kept to himself. His inner circle kept everything in, all while he was being a leader of our community by telling stories that depicted us in a light that weren't being told. All which while he's in the biggest fight of his own life. Man, I literally I've been looking forward to Monday, since the news of this, because I have no more excuses. For me, I have no more excuses to complain about doing anything, to complain about anything I'm dealing with, because by learning about this story and seeing what he was enduring, all while uplifting us, while uplifting our culture, he carried a weight that none of us could ever, know, think about carrying.
Ever.
Man, it's major.
I couldn't imagine fighting through colon cancer and living my life like normally. So I can't imagine the stress he felt going like filming movies and doing all those pop ups that he was doing like through that struggle. Like it just shows you like you don't really know what people going through, man. Like and everything you say, it affects not even the person that you're saying it about, but it affects everybody around them and that looks up to them and things like that. And I was saying that because that picture circulated some months ago when like he looked like he was sick, but like people were making fun of him because he was losing weight and all that stuff. But that just goes to show you like you never really know what's going on. So we just all got to be mindful of the situation that people could be going through. Like they said when we were growing up, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Like because that negative energy always, even though like you might not acknowledge it, that negative energy carries off onto other people. Even if it wasn't about you, you can feel that negative energy. Crazy.
You're right. You're right about that, man. See, go ahead, Wayne.
Yeah, this man with Black Panther, that movie alone, he literally put the whole community on his back with that
On
with
his
that
back.
movie. And when you find out everything that he had going on, like real life superhero, hands down, is no ifs ands or buts about it. And just me like going back to when I first found out about him, um, I think the 42 movie came out around the time I was in college, and yeah, I mean,
42 dropped in what, like 2013 or something like that?
yeah, yeah, I think right around that time. That was probably right around the time I graduated. So I didn't get to see it in theaters, but I specifically remember when that movie came out because I was like, yeah, it's like about time we got like a good Jackie Robinson story, a modern telling.
2013.
Yeah, like,
It was crazy when that movie came out because I went to a HBCU. We they paid for a good chunk of the students to go to the movies to see it, and if you signed up, they brought the shuttle and stuff, and they took us all to go see it, and it
That's
was
how important
amazing.
it was, man. That's how
yeah,
important it
man.
was.
I think they even showed it in our African American museum, like because
Mm-hmm.
my campus had their own museum, and they had a showing of it, like once it was on DVD and everything. And yeah, but that was just I remember when that came out.
Yeah,
I
so
even got
the
the
Yeah.
film poster. I should still have it, honestly. I still
Yeah, I
got
was
the
about to
yeah,
say it's
VHS
one of
tape.
the first Blu-rays that I bought because I think I was at Best Buy or something. You know how they had like the little bins with the 7.99. I saw 42 in there. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shoot, Jackie Robinson. Oh, give me that 7.99
you see
Blu-ray. I'll
that.
take that real quick. So I got that. I made sure I picked up and then that like the production of the Black Panther like that movie is really like a cultural phenomenon. Like the way that it came together with that cast. Like I was talking to my wife about that cast. Like you got Angela Bassett, Forrest Whitaker, uh, Lupita. Denied,
Michael Jordan,
Michael B. Jordan,
Jordan,
uh,
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick, like, and then they threw, they had the villain, dude played Lord of the Rings, um,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, and then it's crazy because one of my LBs, the guy that did was master ceremonies at my wedding, he actually was an extra in the end credit scene, so. And yeah, man, it's crazy how much that movie really impacted our community, like in modern day, like 2010 to 2020, that decade, like, man, that, like, this is the fit that I wore the first day the movie came out. So I saw you had Joe Black Panther on. I was like, yeah, man, because
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
I had to
He,
throw him on my ancestral plane. Like, we out here, like, we gonna continue to work. Like, Chadwick, like, rest in peace, big brother. Like,
We
yeah.
love you. Thank you for what you did. Your journey, his acting, career, dates back to really getting started. Let's see, early 2003, but his really big run where people really started to notice him was 2013 with Jackie Robinson. Then we had the God of Egypt in 2016, which is actually the year his diagnosis came through. After God of
Before
Egypt, he
that,
had
he had
he had
Get On Up, didn't
Yeah,
yeah,
the
he
James
had Get
Brown
On
movie.
Up. Yeah, 2000. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. James Brown,
Yeah, that
2014.
movie was good
Get
too.
On Up.
he? Hey, that movie
Then we
was
had
fire. He killed that
He
role. I ain't
he
did.
did,
He really did.
he did. And you got Gods of
he should
Egypt,
have been getting my
2016.
drugs.
Then we
Man,
have T'Challa himself being introduced to the Marvel universe in Captain America: Civil War in 2016. We have Message from the King in 2016 as well. We have Thurgood Marshall in 2017.
That
And
movie was
then,
fire
yeah,
too.
I
yeah,
feel like a lot of people didn't go see it when it came out in theaters, but I was so happy that he got to do that because Thurgood Marshall's story didn't really get told like that, and
yeah,
he always did those movies that,
He's a great biopic actor.
man.
yeah.
You
Then
know, unfortunately,
2018.
he didn't even want to do the Thurgood Marshall. Sorry, B.
No, you
He
good, you
didn't want.
good.
He didn't want to do the Thurgood Marshall movie. The family actually had called him and tried and talked him into doing it because he said no to it at first, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Sorry to cut you off,
2018.
bro.
Nah, you good. You had the introduction of T'Challa's backstory in Black Panther, and really where the movement just kind of took a form of itself. And just like C said, 2018 was the year that he took the whole blerd community, every African American, whether they were in Africa, America, Japan, anywhere, and put them all on their back and saying, "Look, we have a place of our own. It's called Wakanda. You can always, call to it, and it'll call to you." And like that's what that movie meant to me. I remember I seen that. That's the only movie I've probably seen 4 times in the movie theater. Dead ass. Bought the
Went to
DVD.
see it twice in theaters.
Went, yeah,
Bought it.
like
Pre-ordered the
bought it,
Blu-ray.
pre-ordered it, bought, what I'm saying, workout gear, bought a mug, my workout bottle. Like it was, having uh, our
We never
faces
had Black Panther
representation.
this big.
Yeah.
Like, we never had Black Panther this big. Growing up,
Nope.
you had like the comics, but the
Hmm.
comics wasn't
And you
like.
had Static Shock, and you
Mm-hmm.
had like little things on TV, but like to like actually have a movie that is dedicated to our culture about one of our celebrated heroes, like it was massive, man. But that's gonna slide into Avengers Infinity War, which also came out later that year, and then we have Avengers Endgame in 2019. Um, and following up in 2019, he had 21 Bridges, and he had the Five Bloods, um, and then looks like he's actually gonna have another movie coming out later this year, Ma Rainey Black Bottom,
Mm-hmm.
which he completed.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was in pre-production for Yasui, which is the Black Samurai, first Black Samurai. So although his career was not as lengthy as most prominent African American actors and showing us that black doesn't crack, what he did had value and it had weight. And we want to say thank you. And like C said, we got to continue to keep doing what
I
we're
will
doing.
say, even though it didn't last as long as we would have liked, whatnot, he
Mm.
every role he did was a staple in his career. Like,
It
it's not
had
too many
meaning.
people whose careers have started out the way his has. I have
Absolutely.
honestly, I really no bad movies he made. Like, you can watch every one of his movies and thoroughly enjoy it. Like,
Yeah.
From top to bottom.
yeah, there's not a lot of people who make movies like that. Not a lot of people you can watch like that, and that's something big. And I think that was a big part of his legacy that he was able to portray those roles and make you love those movies a lot of times because I didn't know going into like Get On Up I was gonna like it or
Me neither. I actually didn't
anything. But
want to go see it. I feel bad because I was like James Brown. I was like, is it
yeah,
really gonna be that
I
nice?
really didn't
But
want to
I was
see a
like,
movie
yo, this
about
movie
James
good.
Brown, Funky McFunky, but that movie was
It was
fire.
good.
It
Like
was fire.
it was so good, and I'm just over here like this man, the type of person that he was, like showed in his work, in his life. Like he never, nobody had like nothing negative to say about him. He was like always positive, and then just the fact like when we finally got Black Panther, like I said, we didn't have no Black Panther movie, none like merchandise wasn't that big, nothing like that growing up. No
Black
toys
Panther was
going
just a
crazy.
comic character that was there, and nobody even.
And now he like you saying like Black Panther when he stepped out on the scene on that Civil War, he was throwing straight hands with Winter Soldier. Like they put the
For real.
clip on Twitter the other night. Like I'm like yes, like when Black Panther stepped on the scene, Civil War, like it was on and popping. Like
And from
no
the
questions
jump.
asked, no
Like,
Like, and
questions
everybody
asked.
was like, "Who
Black
is
Panther
this?"
came in the game on tip, bro.
On
He
10.
came.
I'm saying
Because he
throwing
was
hands with
laying down
everybody.
business.
he got
He
introduced
Going at it
being.
with Captain America and the Winter Soldier, because everybody will tell you that Winter Soldier is their favorite Marvel movie, but I feel like it. Yeah, Winter Soldier, like, cause I love Winter Soldier so much because like with the superhero stuff aside, it's still like a fire action movie. But then when you add Black Panther to that with Civil War, like going at it with Captain America and Winter Soldier, like really
Civil War
applying
was
pressure,
crazy.
it was like, and then they added Spider Man on top of that. Like Spider Man and Black
But that just
Panther. Like,
shows you that Captain America was the best trilogy.
oh, hands down, best
And
trilogy.
one of my frat brothers literally this morning just tweeted, Captain America trilogy is so slept on. I was like, yeah, right, because
Best
every
one,
one of them was fire. Like, they didn't miss.
pure
But
blood fire. Like each one got a little bit better. Cause we went like we went back. So let me tell you how fire Captain America trilogy is. We went back, started like trying to watch the whole MCU. Like I watched Winter Soldier, and I was and Civil War, and I was almost like good because I was like, bro, like this Captain America trilogy was so fire, like on its own. Like we didn't even get to the rest of the movies because I was just thinking like how good that was when they finally brought Black Panther and Spider Man into the MCU at the same time. Like how that opened it up so because we it was always leading up to Infinity War, but when they did that, you added Wakanda in the mix, you got Spider-Man and the relationship
opened
with
up
Tony Stark.
it opened up the story, man. Because like the
Man,
story, they didn't know which way they wanted to lean it because they didn't know who they were going to get access to first, and it was just like, oh, we got both of them, so
it
let's
just
put them
had
both in the movie.
a lot of the movies just had open ends, like just just it was free to go whatever direction they needed. But you see how we got sidetracked, start bringing in the
Yeah.
positive impact of the Black Panther and bringing Marvel more light. Like, as soon as Civil War hit, I swear,
Well,
MCU
let's
turned
stay
up.
on the Marvel wave then. Let's slide over to Fortnite, our fan favorite, but not ours. So Fortnite
Shut up,
launched
you play
their.
Fortnite.
It's actually currently not downloaded on my
But
Xbox, but I will.
I
But
play
I will
Fortnite.
be. No, I will be re-downloading it to check out this Marvel Nexus though. So
Fuck that.
August 27th, 2020, Marvel launched the Galaxis, the Devourer of Worlds series with Fortnite and Marvel X Nexus War.
It needs to be
And
rebuilding for the next phase. I'm just saying.
but with that, they have opportunities for you to check out all these local Marvel heroes from Iron Man, Storm, Groot, Mystique, Thor, Doctor Doom, and She Hulk. So I'm loving the partnership with Marvel. I think anytime anybody makes a partnership
And
with
it's
Marvel,
low
you're
key kind of
absolutely
fire.
Yeah, it's
It's
yeah,
low
good.
you
key kind of fire. I've been
you
watching some
abs-
gameplay of it. I'm just talking
yeah.
shit.
So um, definitely
They
gonna
got
be
Groot.
re-downloading Fortnite to
That
check
shit.
that out. See what are your thoughts on that? We know how Kenny feels about Fortnite in general, but hopefully that'll change with a little Marvel action.
See, I like the partnership that they've been
I don't like
doing.
Marvel.
I'd like it cuz you remember when we were playing Fortnite heavy, it wasn't like
Mhm.
official partnerships. Like
Man,
They had the John Wick skin, but it
it
wasn't
wasn't
like
even John
Keanu,
Wick. It was
right?
the Reaper.
The Reaper. But we called it John Wick. And then you remember they had that other one that the Rust, it was like Rust Lord or something. He was
Oh yeah,
like a fake Star Lord. But then that's why
Yeah.
when they finally added Star Lord, they finally added John Wick. Like I like the official stuff. And I remember when they did the Thanos update, because that was probably like the last time I
that
was
was
big
the
on it.
first.
Bro, that was so cool, bro. It
I
was
don't think
so cool
I don't
being
even
able
think
to
I
get
was
that
on the
glove and
Fortnite
just
wave
wreak
when
havoc on
Thanos
people.
stuff hit.
Yeah, it was a nice that it was a whole thing like the Fortnite Marvel because you remember they had the Fortnite joke on with Thor. What was it, Noob Master 69 or something?
Yep.
Like
I
that
remember
joke was
that.
funny. Like they had Fortnite is huge, so the fact that they
But I
able to
will
do it,
say, even though I don't play Fortnite anymore, from where it came from, like when we started playing, I remember the night it released, and I hit all y'all up in the group chat. This was before the blurred group chat that we had with you, B. But
Oh yeah, he
hmm
cool.
that was
this
way
was
back
like start. This was like
2017
man, this was like the start of starting. This was like it might
September
have been
because
pre.
September
It might have been
2017.
pre. It
You
might
remember
have
when it
been
came
pre
out?
LSG for real.
It was
But
that was probably the same time, like right when we got LSG started, like right before,
yeah,
yeah.
and I remember when it dropped, and we was all excited because we was waiting on PUBG. And we was like,
hmm
we got another battle royale we could play, and it's free. And that's what really got us. I sort of BSC used to have random buildings just up everywhere trying to practice building. And now people put up buildings in 3 seconds. It took us like 5 minutes to figure out how to switch the
Yeah,
stairs. Like,
man. With the controller, I used to be practicing building, and then that was before like Ninja blew up around that time. Like it
Ninja was
was
still playing Halo. So
yeah. Ninja blew up like the beginning of 2018 was when Ninja hit the he played with Drake and Travis Scott and they blew up and huge. And then yeah, now that they doing this Marvel thing now, it's like they got a legit Wolverine skin group like and it look good. It's like
that's
actually good
crazy.
models. Like it looks good.
But
I'm gonna try it
the
out.
thing
I ain't gonna
is,
lie.
I haven't seen any of the characters in the game, except for Captain America because they did release a Captain America skin with his shield and stuff. But well, they had Black Widow like past skins. But on this new, I haven't seen any of their skins yet. But I do know that you get their power ups. I know Iron Man is like
Yeah.
a glider,
hmm
so when you got the glider, you use his little repulsor hands and stuff. And then Groot has like this little like
Defense shield.
hmm
heal ball. Like
Yep.
you get
Hmm.
in it heals you, and you
That's
bounce
dope.
around and roll around. And I think it was a you get Wolverine's little claws. I think I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
you
sure
can
about the
attack people.
upgrades.
It's and I think it has similar mechanics to the lightsabers.
Cause look,
Yeah,
think about it. Think about it. They never
those
had like a battle royale. Like, cause think that could be its own separate game. Just like Marvel Fighters battle royale, just 4 men, just go at it. Like Def Jam Fight for New York. You just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would play that. Like,
a
I would
cage
You
play
play
that.
match.
that?
Just everybody
You know
just free
what?
for all.
They had a game like that, and it was. I mean, it wasn't the best game, but it came out, and it was that Marvel what was it?
I
It
remember.
was a,
I remember
it was
something
an
like it.
arena fighter, like on
Yeah,
Power Stone. It was Resident Inhumans and Perfects, and
it
I
probably
don't
came out
remember
like
the name.
PS2, 3,
Yeah, it was
Xbox.
PS2. It was
Yeah,
PS2 because I had it on PS2.
they gave
It
up on
was,
like a lot of games like that in the
but I feel like
PS2
that
era.
game could have been because I used to wreck shit with Green on that game.
Cause think about
Quick
Marvel
segue to
Ultimate Alliance with
PlayStation
a
though.
versus mode, like kind of like that.
I'm about to. What is the name of this
Kenny about
game?
to look. Quick segue to PlayStation though. While we here, PUBG and Street Fighter, did just get added to the PlayStation Game Store. FYI.
Yeah, that Street
So
Fighter is
that
a good
just
look. Cause
yeah, so
it
that just hit. So y'all definitely check that out for all those
Yeah,
PlayStation players. One day.
you
and it
need
was
you
made
need
by
a
EA.
you need
I
a
didn't know that game was
well I was
made
gonna
by
say you need
EA.
to make an account, but you still gotta
Yeah, I
pay
already
that subscription.
yeah, I mean,
Oh, it's called Marvel
I already have
Nemesis.
one.
Yeah,
So
Marvel Nemesis. I remember.
EA, bring back Marvel Nemesis.
No,
I don't like y'all for
hey,
real,
if you're listening,
but
not EA.
bring back Marvel Nemesis.
Let who made Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3? Let them Ninja Theory.
Shit, I don't know. I ain't even play. I ain't even play it.
But we
I
want more
forgot.
Marvel games,
But
man.
y'all
Like,
know I don't really like Marvel, so I mean, yeah, I'm cool with whatever they drop with Marvel. But
yeah,
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 here's what it is. Sliding back into a more
got my
heavier
DC
note.
games though.
We had Kobe Bryant's birthday just passed this week.
Hey, the
Um,
Mamba, the
happy
goat.
birthday
yeah.
to
Happy birthday, Kobe.
one of the greatest black men of all time. Not just to lace up some sneakers, but a phenomenal dad, a man of community, a man of family. Um, More importantly, he lived his life in the public eye, and he stood by everything he did, and that shows us as black men that we can be better, and we should always try to be better and operate in that Mamba mentality.
This man won an Oscar. Like,
Yeah, man.
he was like that. Like, and was gonna win more. Like,
Yeah.
but
I'm here to say, man, a lot of our prominent black men get taken, far too soon, man. It often makes me wonder, um, will we ever have like that vocal point leader? Because they get taken from us in one form of fashion, whether it's our government or whether it's our diseases that we're susceptible to due to years of terrible management. One day, man, one day we're gonna have a huge group of male and female
Right.
breakthrough, man. Um,
That's been happening same way like far too long. Like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King wasn't that old. Like
nope.
yeah. Tupac and Biggie weren't that old.
He was young.
You
They
know what I'm
was super
saying?
young.
it's sad that it happens. I think we've become numb to it to some extent. It's sad to
Which,
say, but it's reality.
yeah,
You don't expect it to happen. You don't wish it don't happen, but when it happens, it's like it hits you. But kind of like I don't say you brush it off because it ain't like we brushing it off or we don't care. But it's like nothing stops for nothing. Like
yeah,
time waits for no man. So
Time
yeah.
waiting for no man.
Keep
kind of
pushing.
have to like keep pushing, but acknowledge it in the same breath. And that's where some people kind of like struggle with that. Other
Right
than
now, I
that,
feel like it's like the lesson we got to take out of this year, because I know in like the years leading up to 2020, we was losing a lot of big name celebrities was passing away. It didn't feel like it was all at once, but I know like leading up to this year, it kind of felt like it was like a lot of, you know, people that we grew up,
we
looking
lost
up
like seven
to,
people this year.
admiring. And yeah, this year alone is just, it feels
Wait,
so
didn't
heavy.
John Witherspoon pass this year?
John, that was the end of last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
It was too close to this
It
year.
was
I know
super
that.
close to this year. Like, and it's crazy because
The
I was
warm up.
scheduled. Yeah, I was scheduled to be. We had a trip to Charlotte, and we were gonna go to a comedy show. And it's crazy because he passed away like 2 weeks before that, and he was actually supposed to be there the night that we went. And I was just like, wow, man, rest in peace to a great man. And it's crazy, like we have all these like gifs and memes, and it's like all these people on the memes. Like you remember the Kobe talking to explaining to Gianna, that blew up crazy. And it's like, man, we love Kobe. Like he gonna be here. Kobe gonna be here, raise his
Man,
daughter to be the next Kobe. And like the lesson just go to show you, like this life, this
and
this
that's the
world
crazy
this
part
world
is,
is
bro.
like
It
so
wasn't
short.
just Kobe. It was his daughter too.
Yeah, man.
Every
That's what hurt
that's
me the
when
most. Cause I thought his whole
Kobe
family was on it
retired.
at first.
Yeah, I did too. But when Kobe retired, I was like, well, he not playing basketball, but he been getting his daughter right since he was playing. So it's like she about to be next. Like she
He
gonna
was the
be Kobe.
next.
Like I feel like if she would have got to, I feel like by the time she would have got to the WNBA, whatever, like she would have changed a lot.
Yeah, she would have changed a lot of the game,
She
man.
would
Well, I
have
mean, she
changed
also
a
would have
lot.
changed the trajectory on how women are followed in basketball. You remember how boys are
But
followed
I honestly
basically since
think
they're fresh.
I
She would have.
think even though she wasn't like well, not, I wouldn't say popular, but she wasn't older and like in a more prominent space to like show like women basketball. I think when she passed, women's basketball kind of got a push
Yeah.
because
Well,
you
I
start
mean,
to see it a little
Kobe.
bit.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
Kobe
Kobe
was
was
always
leaning.
trying to push women's
Yeah,
basketball too.
he was leaning into that anyway, and even like the NBA had decided to give women's basketball players more money because they earn a little more money. They have to split basketball between two seasons, both overseas and in the U.S. just to be able to get by. So like that was something he was pushing for too because he knew his daughter wanted to
Play
do that.
basketball, so he started pushing women's basketball. That
Mm.
was amazing.
Like nobody was
In that
doing
short
that.
amount of time he
Yeah.
did because it has been. I ain't gonna say it's as popular. I mean, of course, it isn't as popular as the NBA, but you can tell it's a lot more fans than like recently than there has been ever.
And I mean,
Yeah.
I've even spent more time watching. I got a homegirl that played professional basketball for a number amount of years. Like, I mean, it's a fun game to watch. I mean, once again, it just hasn't been put in the limelight so that people can
My
enjoy
suggestion
the.
would be they should lower the rim from 10 feet to maybe like 8.5 to 9, and let them dunk on each other.
More people
Okay.
watch it.
They bring.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean, I
just
think
saying
honestly, if they even bring it down to 9.5 feet, like I think it would.
they don't need to be on 10 feet because they
Yeah,
none of them 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
yeah, facts. So, but if they was on 9 feet for those girls who are 6'5", 6'6", like it'd be a party. It'd be a super dope party. With that, talking about basketball, let's slide
You gonna
into.
see a female Muggsy Bogues out there dunking on people.
Let's go ahead and slide into WNBA and NBA and sports in general strikes this
Hmm.
past week. So we had the yet again uh, overwhelming story of police officers not being held accountable, um, reacting based on someone's skin, not based on any of their training that they've gotten, because they do get ample enough training. I'm sick of that bullshit that they don't get training. And fired on Jacob Blake 7 times.
Thing is, I don't think they don't. I'm gonna say they don't get no training. I don't think they get enough training. They kind of
Yes, yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of
They may not get
it's
enough
kind of
training, but they still
ridiculous.
get training alone, and it's not the lack of training that causes them to fire on black people. It's
Oh,
simply
no,
because
it's not.
they are
But
out to kill us and to get rid of
it is
us,
a
and
lack
they
of
feel like
training and not understanding some situations with some cops. All cops, I will
yeah,
say, are the same, but it is a lack of training at some point. They're mishandling situations and things like that. I mean, of course,
I'm
they
just
gonna have their own mind states and their own beliefs that comes into play with those like things like that. But I do say like the training itself just is lackluster because it
yes,
should be
I
no
will
reason
agree
you
with
should be
you that
coming
the
out of high
training is
school.
piss poor, but I'm also tired of giving motherfuckers excuses. Like
No,
that's
I'm not giving it an excuse. I'm just saying like
that is a justification. I will agree. It's just for me, I'm over it. Um over
And
for
I
looking
feel
for reasons for us to give them benefit of the doubt, because there's no accountability across the board. In literally every other job other than being a police officer, there's some form of accountability that you have to adhere to, or you will lose your job, or you will not be able to practice. I work with kids. At any point in time, if I ever touch a child inappropriately, I'm done. Right? C works in IT and stuff. If a program crashes on his watch at any point in given time, they could just be like, "You're not equipped for this job. You're done." If you're a
yeah. So
teacher, if you're a therapist, like at any given point in time, if you relieve the information of the people that you're working with and they find out, like you're done. Like, but there's accountability for all three of our jobs.
But
Why
then
is
the
it?
one thing I want to say about that is, even
I
though,
feel
like
like
you said, it's accountability, it's not even just accountability. It's like human life, like it, blatant disregard for like
For it?
living, human,
and that's
breathing. You can't just kill
that's
people and
why
just go home and sleep in your bed like it's
yeah,
like.
free.
And if it's any, like, I mean, this is not a political channel, but like, me, I feel like one thing that we want when it comes to all of these protests and all of this standing up is like real
We
legitimate
still want votes.
reform in the way police work and
Yes,
the
sir.
way police themselves. Like, no, like we don't when people say defund the police, we're not talking about don't pay cops at all, but we don't want the cops to have enough resources, enough firearms to arm a small country, in these little small counties. Like, well, why do you need all of these arms? So when people protest,
Let
you
these
you
cops go
see where
out
they
there
have the
just to
tear
take it and
gas,
see how
and
they like it.
it sucks. Like, the doctors and the nurses don't even have what they need to fight COVID, but the police got what they need to shut down
A whole
people
town.
standing up for themselves. And when people come online and they justify people getting shot and killed, it's just like, you can't have a blatant disregard for human life like this. Like, we love what we love, like, in this space, because it makes us able to express ourselves and be able to escape these things. But we, at the same time, we don't want to pretend like like you can just go out in the real world like GTA, just drive your car into somebody's house and just jump out, run off, and keep going. Like, it doesn't work like that. You had to follow. It has to be a line drawn somewhere, and I feel like that's the first step, like legitimate reform
But
on the police. Like,
I think
you shoot
for
somebody,
us,
if you unload X amount of shots, you don't need to unload 7 shots to down
to
one man,
somebody's back.
to
Yeah,
somebody's back. Like, that's blatant disregard to unload
Inaccessible.
seven
because
shots.
I
If you
know
ever shot a gun, it
looking
takes
to like
one
if you
bullet.
a normal person, just like a regular person on the street with a gun, you can't shoot above the knee, can you? It's like attempted murder or something like that.
Right.
So like to shoot somebody 7 times in the back,
It
Malicious
takes one
intent.
bullet.
and he's it's one person. Like if y'all don't just tackle,
In
I'm about to
front of
say
his
the N word,
kids.
but you about just tackle them. It ain't hard.
And are we
You
so
put
are we
you can
so
hit them with 7 tasers. I'd rather that happen.
right? Are we so like unadvanced that are we so like primitive at
First,
this
I
point
think
where we don't
because
have more
shoot,
better tasers, better like non-lethal weapons. Like, they have all these cool gadgets that you could, like, Batman doesn't kill nobody. Like, y'all don't know, y'all haven't developed smoke. I
rubber
mean,
bullets are
you know what I'm
effective.
saying? Rubber
If y'all
bullets.
ever been hit with a rubber
Like,
bullet,
bruh,
that
you don't
shit
gotta
puts you
you don't
out.
gotta
I ain't gonna hold
if you get shot with a
you.
paintball, I got shot in the back of the head with a paintball, bro. I thought I was dead. Like, I wanted to lay down and just cry.
Paintballs hurt.
Bruh, you talking about
That's why you got to
seven
wear all that
seven
mat.
slugs in the back? Man, not ever gonna be able to walk. Like,
Hot
that's
slugs.
unacceptable.
They
Point
not.
blank. Period.
They're not like the lather, the other things we talked about. They come out hot, fire. It's a fireball. Like
Burning.
they melt you.
Like, this man never gonna
Uh,
be able to walk again.
yeah,
And
he's
when
paralyzed from the waist down.
when these protests and stuff happen, it's because people keep getting away with murder. Like, if the system is not punishing
They let that
people
little
for
white boy
wrongdoing,
go free.
you're gonna get you yeah, and then not even to mention, little kid want to take the law into his own hands. Like, We need Batman
Man
in real
got
life at
dropped
this
off by
point.
his parents.
Like, you got dropped off by your mom at a
Did they
protest with a
say his
gun.
mom dropped him off in another state with an AR-15?
Like, that's unacceptable. Like, in no way,
So
shape, or
right,
form
you
is
can
that
carry
okay.
AR-15s to another state.
Right. In no way, shape, or form. And this is all during COVID. Like, you driving your son 3 hours with a gun. Like, nothing is gonna happen. Okay. Like, we can't pretend. Like you said, B. Like, we can't give people excuses no more. Because if you are a doctor, somebody dies on the table, you have to answer
You
to
have to.
somebody. You have to
Yep.
answer to somebody. If you like, if I shoot somebody, if I feel threatened and I shoot somebody, I can't just go home and that's just it. Like, I still gotta, it still has to be an investigation. Still gotta see what happened, get the side of the story.
But
Like,
I will say that comes into reforming the police, because at this point they all stand for each other. Like,
yeah,
they have that. It's a union that they have. Like, so they're
yep.
always gonna do their best to protect their own. And I think a union just doesn't need to happen. I understand like a union like helps with like you getting funding and things like that, but at this point, like, they're using the union
Using a union to fund
getting each other off. Like,
to get your buddies out of trouble. Like, I understand you have a police union to make sure y'all got better health benefits, to make sure y'all can go to the doctor like the rest of us. You know, y'all can get counseling, therapy that y'all clearly need. Like, if you unload the clip at somebody, you have issues. I'm sorry. Like, I'm telling you, like, if you've been to the firing range and you have pulled a trigger on a firearm, you know, like, you're not gonna pull that on somebody and be like, just go home. They'll be all right. No, bro.
Honestly, I think people who actually take like the classes for like their licensing have better sense than or understanding what they firearms than cops do,
Because you learn how to
tell you,
respect the
like,
firearm.
they tell you like you pull this out, you gotta use it. Like,
You treat it like it's loaded at all times. Like, you don't point a gun at somebody, unloaded or not. Like, they shot Tamir Rice because they thought he had a real gun. He was playing with a toy, like
12-year-old kid.
A little kid. It was that quick. Like, I would never let my kid, or even like if I see a kid in the street playing with a gun that looked like a real gun, I would never let them have that.
But growing up, like, well, at least for me,
my grandma didn't let me play with a gun.
Y'all in the same like age range as me. Yeah, y'all in like same era like as me. Our parents didn't let us play with guns.
No.
My
dad.
We couldn't get cap guns and
even like the Nerf guns.
Barely got water guns. Like,
yeah, even like the Nerf guns. My dad was like, "Yo, you don't point guns at people." Like, he told me straight up, and I was like, I took that to heart because I'm like, yeah, if you point it at somebody, it's gonna go. And that's with a toy. That's with a toy. You talking about an actual 9mm round that shot Trayvon Martin? Like, that's all it take is one bullet, and you gonna let loose 7. The dude in South Carolina, I forget the cop's name, but Walter Scott was a guy that got shot. The cop let loose in his back, and he didn't make it. And thank God the guy was there to record it. Cause yeah, I mean, just like even if I'm playing Red Dead, I don't shoot nobody 7 times unless I want them to feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they don't even let you shoot them 7 times.
You know what I'm saying? Why would you need to shoot somebody 7 times? So, I'm over here like, and they wanna say game. When we had the mass shooters and stuff, they want to say video games cause violence. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It is a perfectly legitimate escape from having to deal with all this risky stuff. Yeah, man. And drugs, glorifying drug dealers.
I can't see how we went from an era where everything was censored.
They can say shit on TV now.
They ain't say nothing. They ain't say.
They can't. Yeah, you can't say the B word.
They ain't say nothing. They say nothing.
You could not say the B word on TV back then.
But like in recent years, I feel like they just said, Forget censorship. Like, let it fly. Like,
It's all been out the window.
they started saying the N word on TV. I'm like, what is going on? Like,
Telling you. And
I
that,
think I was watching what's that channel? I don't even watch TV no more, but it was they used to show movies all the time. Raw used to come on that channel.
USA.
USA. I heard I was watching I want to say I was watching either All About the Benjamins or Friday. And they said the N word. And I was like, you can say that on TV? What? I'm like, this is changing. Like, you couldn't say nothing on TV.
No.
Like, they barely let you say ass. Like,
right. You could barely say ass back in the day, but now they saying everything but the F-bomb, I feel like.
yeah.
I do want to slide back though. I know we covered the Jacob Blake thing and how it kind of made us feel. But the NBA Player Association did release a statement, and so a lot of people feel like the NBA players are out just trying to make a stunt. But what they were doing is trying to gain leverage and actually trying to make legitimate change. So they started back to playing basketball, but the reason for that is because they got some things from the owners and from the team governors. So they'll be able to use NBA buildings and facilities for 2020 general election voting centers. Seeing how
And why has that already
uh,
not been a thing? But
seeing how our current acting president is in the process of disassembling our mail service, leading into the election year,
I don't even know who you talking about.
as well as potentially helping
Bro,
communities
I
who have
swear,
been
if I don't get
overly
my credit
exposed
card
to
in
COVID
jail, I don't
exposure.
even want a credit card. I'm just
So,
Y'all voted in the primaries earlier this year?
yeah.
yeah.
Did you and COVID was a thing during that time? Did you feel like you were
Nah, I pulled
It
up.
was
overexposed?
normal.
It
Nah, I
was
pulled up with
normal.
my mask. I
And
pulled
I
up with my
wasn't
Yeah.
even
mask.
wearing my mask back then. I was
Yeah.
I was just kind of, wash your hands, social
The
distance. But
thing,
I voted.
the thing is, like when I went, I won't say like this for every state, but I know in Michigan, like our governor has really been on top of shutting everything down and making sure everything is like to the T to keep everybody safe, and I do appreciate her for that. But I went. It's like whatever they had going on, like they had it set up to where you were okay. Like the voting booths were significantly spaced. They limited the amount of people that could come in. They limited how the line spacing was like, and I think they followed the guidelines well. So I feel like as long as everybody do what they're supposed to do, handle it how they're supposed to handle it, it'll be cool. Like, you think they about to let all these people come into the stadium and not crowd control this properly? Like, I just don't see why shut down the mail is an option
That's dumb.
because you have people that can't go out and vote. Like
Yeah, but
Elderly.
my granddad's not about to get in his car and go wait in line for like an hour or 30 minutes. You're not about to wait for 10 minutes. Like
All these
you're
people
not
in the
about to stand
military.
that
You
long.
basically saying people in the military can't vote. Cause how if you
That'll make me quit the military. Like,
you got to vote absentee when you in the military, right?
yeah,
yeah, they
Like
have no choice. What else
from
they
where
go?
you're
They
at.
can't go to.
that's
They
stupid.
can't fly from whatever country or
You know,
if you domestic. I mean, you can go vote, but
I
people
usually vote early though.
far overseas, like they can't just come over, like just fly in, go vote, then fly back. Like that, they don't work like that.
I think we should start. I one thing like all like
Unless
the
they
go
come up
vote.
with the option for them, like have like special voting for them in the military where they can go. I don't know how it works, but I know my cousin that he had to do an absentee ballot. So I don't know if they're gonna like set up voting booths for the military or how that's gonna work because they gotta mail these ballots.
More importantly, everybody needs to go vote. And at least thank you to the NBA players for securing that agreement with the NBA owners to make that accessible in the 32 states that we have
And
in
they
the
didn't
NBA.
even have to do that.
Yeah,
Like
They
people
didn't.
feel
They didn't have
I
to do
respect.
that.
this
Yes.
is
Thank.
not
Thank you for
their
that,
job.
Kenny.
I
Thank you
respect
for
it,
Not
that.
their
man.
job, bro. Like they
It's
really
not their job
like I
description.
don't
They
want to.
really care.
They really just want to play basketball. Like that's their job. Play basketball and live their life. Like they should have to be worried about trying to speak out against injustices. That's what we hire people. Like that's what we vote for people.
Right.
That
And all these people,
they're not in politics. They don't know the ins and
yeah,
outs of government. They don't know the ins and outs of all these different unions and statutes and things like that. Like that's not their job. They go out there, shoot the basketball, work out, do like their pop ups, their sponsorships, go home and live life with their family. Same thing we do.
Right.
We go out, we go work, we do what we supposed to do, go home, do what we do. Like that's like us going out and we don't have as big of a platform as they do, but like it isn't our job to every time something happens, we have to be. That's and I appreciate them for doing that, but I honestly don't expect them to. Like, and then when people get mad because they not, I don't blame them. Like, that's not what they supposed. That's not what they're supposed to do. Like, and the fact that they do sometimes, like they don't do it all the time, and that's cool. I'm perfectly fine with that. But the fact that they do take the time sometimes to do it, you gotta respect it because at some point they do still have a life to live, and just like us, they get tired of it. They just have a bigger platform to speak out on it, where they'll be heard. And that I do like that they realize that and they do use their platform at times when it's needed. And I think that has helped a lot through this pandemic and through all these situations because even though it hasn't been every basketball player or whatnot, like every time something happens, at least one person speaks out or one person says something about it. But it's crazy how everybody looked at Kyrie crazy when he didn't even want to have a season.
Right. I do want to say like about the NBA stuff, like you said, people will use that as an argument, like with them not being politicians, they would kind of use that as a reason to say, oh, just stick to basketball or stick to like every entertainer. You have to only be one dimensional. You can't have an opinion outside of your profession. But what kind of person are you to say that you're not allowed to care about people getting murdered in the streets? Like the fact that the NBA players are putting a whole livelihoods on the line. The majority of the NBA players are African American. You think they're gonna keep playing basketball for y'all entertainment, for bets in Vegas? They gonna keep all of that going while people still getting shot? Like we should
cancel the whole playoffs whether we got that vote.
To be honest, the whole playoffs could have got canceled this week, and it probably almost did. And I think the big beef with LeBron probably was the one that was saying we should shut this whole thing down, but I don't think everybody wanted to do that. That's why you had Stephen A. I don't know if y'all saw what Stephen A. had to say about LeBron, but and that's why I'm saying what I had to say about LeBron, because I feel like LeBron is trying to hold them like to a higher, because LeBron is doing a lot for the community, man. I don't know how you can hate LeBron and seeing what he's doing. LeBron, he is not a politician, but he has more influence than anybody who is an elected official. Like nobody cares about. Man, Chris Paul. They are leaders in the community. We gonna ride for them.
With Barack Obama, bro.
We gonna ride for them. Like it don't matter.
LeBron James and a small select group had meet with Obama. That's how much pull they got.
We didn't vote for Chadwick, but you're not gonna tell me that he didn't impact he didn't put the whole community on his back. And I know for he made me for damn sure proud to be a black man. When I seen him doing his thing, it made me feel a little bit better. So, yeah, it sucks that we gotta see all this pain and hurt, but I wouldn't trade being black for nothing. Straight up.
Nope. And with that, let's really, Kenny, I'll let you go first too, since you have something to say. Everybody is gonna pick a rap outro. So Kenny, whatever you get ready to talk about, let it be something that's weighing heavy on your heart that you want to cover before you leave.
I mean, y'all know me. I ain't really a big talker. I ain't really got too much. I mean, I say everything I got to say because the things I want to say, I can't say. So it's best for me not to say nothing.
You can, Sam. That just means y'all need to hit
Catch us in the Discord. Catch us in the Discord.
Full breakdown of everything we cannot talk about online. You can also follow us on IG to get some of our current content about
y'all know me.
about
I
everything.
cut the filter off quick.
Yep. and then follow us on Twitter as well at 3LittleBlerds. You can follow Kenny at Outlawed, and you can follow CXdawg2. Is that correct? Did I get that?
Exceedance2 is the IG, and then I got the my main channel.
For every social network.
Yeah,
So
I got my ceexdawg.
Yep.
It's my gamer tag for pretty much everything. So
I changed all of my stuff over to Be Nice or Else. The last thing I have to do is my gamer tag, and then I'll have everything over there that way. So when we push forward and 3LittleBlerds becomes official,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, we can have everything. But for me, some hot takes. First, Wakanda Forever. That will forever be a part of me and in my heart. R.I.P. Kobe, happy birthday. Jacob Blake, in America, you're on notice, whether you know it or not. Black people are building up and rising up, and our time is coming. Just you wait, tick tick. And my latest anime takes right now. This week I'm watching Fire Force, One Piece, Black Clover, and The Guy in High School. All had super dope episodes. Fire Force is about to really kind of transform, and Wano, my God. Kenny, we're not gonna dive into it. We'll dive into it later. I know. Get it. See.
But yeah, we definitely covered a lot today. I definitely appreciate the fact that we was able to just link up, because we was really like this close to like, let's just take the week off. But
just take the week off,
man, we had to do it, and I'm proud that we was able to show up for each other. Friday night fights, we've been super consistent Friday night fights. So IG is the best place. IG and Discord.
Shout out to Kenny for hosting this past week as well.
Yes. And man, we got streams.
Return back this week to hosting. Go ahead, Kenny.
I just want to let our black community know I love everybody. I love y'all. Like we all make our mistakes. We all do what we do. But at the end of the day, like I love everything. We do it better. We do it better than everybody else. Even the bad stuff. I don't care. Like we share the positive. Like,
gotta own it.
It's just we like. I don't know. We a different tier of people.
Yeah.
And
I love all y'all.
So we gonna do BlerdCon next year. We're gonna do BlerdCon in DC. Since we there, we gotta hit that. We gotta take a picture at the African American History Museum. And hopefully they put Black Panther in there.
We need to factor that into the trip.
Yeah, hopefully they put Black Panther in there. They're gonna have to put Black Panther in the museum. I'm pretty sure they got it in there already, but that's gonna be something for 2021. But man, we gonna keep this thing rolling, man. I appreciate y'all.
In the Discord, we gonna do a watch party for Black Panther sometime, maybe today or tomorrow.
Hey,
I gotta check my schedule. I'll probably stream it onto Discord.
Yeah, drop it on IG or whenever.
Yeah.
But yeah. And we also this week I'm gonna select our reading for the manga club. So
we're
in the manga. I got a few selections that I'm gonna go through, and I'm either thinking of starting with a series that's completed already, and then our next reading will be a series that's ongoing. Okay. And probably try to introduce a couple more manga, at least one ongoing and one unfinished. So we're gonna do it'll be posted on IG, so everybody will know. But we will have our discussions in Discord weekly for that.
Manga club is coming, bro. I'm lit for that. Let's go.
You had a giveaway going too, right? You still had a giveaway?
Yeah.
For Avengers.
Kenny, you had your giveaway. Go ahead.
The giveaway. It ended already.
Okay, you already ended.
It was maybe a week ago.
Okay,
but
cool.
I announced the winner on Twitter.
Nice. Okay, I just wanted to double check. Oh, nice.
Hey,
that man cover. That's what's up.
He got his Avengers PlayStation 4 edition. So.
Oh, also
Covert won one of my giveaways too.
yeah, I want one to see giveaways too.
Covert B1.
Our YouTube channel will be doing a subscriber giveaway in September. Matter of fact, I need to go check the mail. Let's see if we got our stuff from blerd.com. We're going to be doing an unboxing of the stuff that they sent me, as well as showing the little giveaways that we got from them as well. So
we should do a giveaway for that Spider-Man.
No, I'm gonna do an unveiling video, and we're gonna put it on the IG. And then we'll do the subscribers winners next Friday in the Friday Night Fights.
Okay, for sure. What's Spider-Man? I missed what you said. See.
Maybe we might have to wait till more PS5s get in circulation though. Because it's gonna be it's gonna be tough. Okay. I was gonna say like around the end of the year probably we can try to give away that Spider-Man somebody.
That's what's up.
Is I'm waiting for Gotham Knights. I'm gonna do a giveaway for Gotham Knights.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be talking about that up until it come out. So you already know.
All right, gentlemen.
Game of next generation for me right now. I'll play Halo, so I lost all hype for that after.
Listen, hey, we're not revisiting old wounds. Not revisiting old wounds.
It ain't even out yet, so it's still new.
No. I'm trying to seal it up. Leave it alone.
So
you gonna seal it up until they announce
yes.
Summer 2021.
I can have.
It's not coming out till November 21. I'm already anticipating Christmas of next year.
Right.
Halo Christmas 21. So thanks 343 for getting my hopes up.
And I knew that was gonna happen when they said they was gonna come out at launch. Like Xbox, they had no launch game since. Goddamn, I don't even know. Like
it was too good to be true. But hey, a delayed game is better than a rush.
It was like
was it? Exclusive. I think it might have been. I didn't buy it though.
I only played Splinter Cell only on there. Then it came out on PlayStation.
All right, guys.
I think we need to wrap it up.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. It's time. So rest of Sunday today, Kenny. You're gonna be on stream around what time?
I have no idea if I'm gonna stream. I really just since Friday.
Yeah, I know it's kind of
mentally. I've been exhausted.
Take your time, bro.
Take your time, bro.
I do plan on. If I do stream, it'll be later tonight because I am.
Okay.
Let's link on Grounded for sure.
Yeah. Let's do that
tonight.
Later.
Actually, I'm gonna stream at like 11:30 p.m. I'm gonna be on Grounded, and I'm playing Grounded until I feel like I only play Grounded.
I'll be there.
That's usually a long time. So
we'll be reporting for duty. All right, everybody. Thank you guys.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Joining 3LittleBlerds Talk Show this week, episode 3, Strength Through Injustice. Listen, man, regardless of what happened this past week, when Monday gets here, it's a new week. I want you to take the strength and the lessons we learned from the previous week and help us in feeling moving forward. Like people, we will overcome. And as always, man, like lives matter. Y'all have a great rest of your week, man.
Wakanda forever.
Yes. Wakanda forever.